Hi guys. It's Miss LaRose. I just wanted to show you guys a new application that'll help you a lot with PDF documents. So what I've been sending you guys has been documents. They're called PDF. So if you click on these links and you open them up, this is what they look like in your drive. So they're not something that you can write on. You can read it. I can open up an email or a Gmail page and write to Miss LaRose, but I can't actually write on these documents. So it's kind of annoying. Like I can't type on here and I can't circle anything or do anything. So what I'm going to show you is I'm going to show you a way that you can write on these documents and send me your work without having to write them in an email or write them in a Google document or print them out. Okay, so it'll save us paper and it'll save us time. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to Google Marketplace, which is a place where we look for apps for our Chromebook. So what you do is you go to your email account. It has to be your school account. So your first name and your last name at ocsbstudent.ca. So everyone should know how to log into that. And you're going to want to go to this little waffle right here. And you're going to want to scroll down to the very bottom. Mine's at the bottom. And you click on this More from Apps Marketplace. And this is the website that will come up. Okay, so you're going to get this screen that's going to come up on your computer. So I'm going to give you a second to bring that up on your computer if you want to. And you're going to type in Kami. So it's Kami. And that will show up like this. And you're going to click here. So you're going to want to install this onto your Chromebook or your laptop. It'll work on either one. And it will work with your Google Drive because it's a Google Drive add-on. So I'm going to click on install and you go ahead and install that on your computer. And I'm going to show you how to work. Okay. So I'm going to press pause on my recording here. I'm going to let you put this in on your computer. It's going to ask you to sign it in with your Google account. So I'm going to choose you're going to want your school account. So I'm going to say yes, allow. Okay. And I'm going to say, yes, I want all of this stuff. And it's going to start working with my computer. I'm going to show you how in a minute. I'm going to pause that, let you do that, and then I'll come back and show you how it works. Okay, guys, so once you install your Kami app onto your Chromebook, you're going to be able to then, when you get this document, you're going to be able to click on this open with, and you're going to be able to go on Kami. It's this blue circle with a K on it. So I'm going to click on that, and then it'll open it up in this new kind of window, okay? Okay, so once your document opens up on Kami, it's going to look like this. So you're going to have your tools here on the left and your document here on the right. So this is the April Fool's document that I sent you last week. So one of the things that I wanted to show you that we're going to use is called drawing. It's right here. It has a little paintbrush next to it. So click on that. And I'm going to click on blue because I like blue. So you can pick on whatever color you want to. And you can actually color your picture if you wanted to. So I'm going to color this bookshelf in a little bit if you want to, or I could color this officer's uniform in if I want to. And you can interact with the drawing. I can change colors. Here's some purple, and you can. I can make my drawing, my pencil a little thicker. See, so you can interact with things even just for coloring, which is kind of fun. So I'm just gonna. So that's kind of something that's kind of neat. If you want to zoom in, you can and color a little bit more. But that's step one. The next thing that you need to know is, well, like, what if I make a mistake? Like you can see here, I kind of made a mistake going out of the lines. So you just click on eraser and I can actually erase my drawing right there. And I can erase what I drew over here. So you can actually color and erase on a PDF document, which is cool. Something we haven't been able to do before. So that's kind of neat. Sorry, I'm gonna zoom back in. The next thing I wanted to show you is text box. So let's scroll down. Okay, so I've read my April Fool's thing. It's super exciting. And now I'm gonna go here to my writing prompt. And it says here, what is the funniest or most wacky April Fool's Day prank that you've ever experienced? So April Fool's is when we kind of play tricks on each other. So I want to tell a story about how I played a trick on my brother where I froze his cereal in the morning. And when he tried to eat his cereal, it was all frozen. So I'm going to open up a text box right here. You can choose the color of your text. I'm going to choose black. And you can open up a text box here and start typing. So you just double click and I can say, I froze my, oops, I'm not typing very well. I froze my brother's cereal for April Fools. And I can go back and edit it. Like over here, I made a mistake and I can change that to a proper F. And if I want to, I can make it bigger. It's just like normal text. You can highlight it and I can make it a little bigger if I want to, because that's hard to see. And you can work with that. You can even write more text after if you change your mind. And you see there's a little red X here. You just click on that and it will just disappear. So that's cool. So now I'm able to write on a PDF document that I wasn't able to do before, which is really, really cool. So that works really well for our English stuff. But what I wanted to show you is math stuff. So here's another example of something I sent you last week for math. It was this base 10 stuff, okay? So I had written, if you can print it out, that's great. If not, just use paper, which meant that you had to write everything down again. And then you'd have to send me a photo of your work. But now you can just go to your PDF document. It'll open up. It'll look like this. And you're going to go on Open With, go down to Annotate with Cami. So now I can click on Annotate with Cami, and it will open up in that app again. So I'm going to give it a second and let it open up. Okay, so once my document opens up, I'm able to interact with this document again. So I'm looking at base 10 blocks. So over here, I have this is my one cube all by itself, my one cube. I'm going to zoom in a little because it's hard to see. And then there's my 10 cubes right here, 10 cubes. Here's 100 cubes, and then here's 1,000 cubes because it's 3D. So it's asking me to find the value of each group. So here's my example, right? So there's 1,000, 300s because I have 3 groups of 100, 4 groups of 10, that's over here. And then over here I have 6 little cubes, so that's my 6 ones. So my number ends up being 1,346 cubes. That's a lot of cubes. So I'm going to go down here. This is my example. This is where I have to now write. So what I would do if I were you is you have 2 choices. You can either click on text box and you can type in your number. So right here, I know that this is 1. There's only one 100 block. So I could type in the number 1 and there, I'm done there. Here, I can look over and I can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 in the 10 column. So I type in the number 9 and there you go. And there's my answer. But if I didn't want to do that, I could also go to drawing and I can draw my number in. So I look over here and I have 6 1 blocks. So I know that here, this number for the ones is going to be 6. So I can actually draw it in. Ooh, that's a little thick, but that's okay. I'm going to make that a little bit thinner. Okay, so I'm going to erase my mistake, go over to eraser, erase my mistake, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to draw my 6 again so it's a little easier to read. 6. So I have 6 ones. So I know that my number now is 100. 9 tens and 6. So that's 196. So now with this program, I can actually send my work to my teacher and it has my work written right on the document. So I can go through this and answer all my questions and draw on it and I can send it in to my teacher. So how do you send it in? Okay, now this is the tricky part. Okay, guys, so in order to send this to Miss LaRose, what you do is you have to go to this little icon. It says save when I hold my clicker on top of it. So I'm going to press on save. I'm going to go to download. I'm going to click on that. Oh, sorry. And it's going to come up like this. So I want to save it with my changes. That's what annotations is. It's a fancy word for changes, my little changes. I'm going to make sure it's on Google Drive because I'm on my Chromebook. And for the file name, I would just want you guys to write in your name. So I'm going to write my name, Trina, and I'm going to write math. And it should already have the PDF, but I'll just put it in there anyway. And I'm going to begin the export. Okay, so it should start setting that up for me. And we're just going to wait for that to work. Okay, so once that's saved to your Google Drive, you should be able to just go on your Google Drive and your new document will be there and you can share it with me just like any other normal document. So hopefully that will work better for you. And it should pop up and then you can just share it with me just like any other normal document. And my internet is very slow because everyone in the house, just probably like your house, is using the internet. So, and there it is, just right there. Okay, so that's how you use the that new program. It's really neat. The thing is, too, guys, remember, like a lot of what you do, it's really good learning for you. If you can't, share it with me perfectly, or if you're having trouble saving it or anything like that, the most important thing is that you're working with it. You're reading your stuff. You're reading your words. You're practicing your math, and you're getting that stuff done. And if you can send it to me, that's great. And if you can only send me a couple things, that's okay too. But just work at your own pace. Take your time. The learning part should be fun, and it's we're trying to kind of get through this together. So I know it's a little bit strange and a little bit weird, but these are the ways that we can work with PDF documents and have a little bit of fun and practice our math and stuff, and maybe share it with me. And if you can't, that's okay too. So I don't want you to be stressed out. And I know I'm sending you guys a lot of work, but that's because some kids want a lot of work. Some kids are doing 2 pages and some kids are doing 10. But it doesn't matter. Just get work done that you can and that you're able to do. If you think things are too easy or too hard, let me know and I can try to send you different things. But there's a lot of stuff out there on the internet, and with this program, you can kind of play with it a lot. So have fun and take it easy. And I'm going to send you an invitation for another class chat. So hopefully we could talk about this then. Okay? Bye, guys, and take care.